And I think we're on. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry about yesterday. So I had came down with a horrible migraine, and Robert had some audio issues.
I came down with a bad case of Charlie Chaplin syndrome.
I had the chance to enjoy that in bed. I couldn't hardly see, but I popped the phone on, and I didn't know if it was just me. So I'm sitting there poking my phone as well, not knowing if I'm just not getting audio. But then I saw someone else comment the same thing. You figured out, and I see you poking the phone, and you just get this.
And a cheers.
It was great, man. I laughed so hard, my head about exploded.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, every now and then I just get those stupid migraines, and the only thing you can do is just go to sleep. So whatever. Woke up this morning. It was great. Really nice day out here today. Well, visually at least. Sun came back out. It was beautiful, but it's just like still cold as can be. It's supposed to get back up to the 80s this week, so I'm dying for that. How's the weather down there in Texas?
It's freezing cold here.
Really?
It's so cold.
Oh, well, you guys get perfect weather the rest of the year, so you kind of deserve that.
I met an entered apprentice here today on my property and walked across in the middle, and we just stood there shivering the whole time while we went over the work.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt stupid. So I was putting in a Z-Wave outlet on the back to control our deck lighting. And all the neighbors are coming out in shorts and t-shirts and everything. I'm back there with a hoodie on and my winter coat on. I'm just like, am I the only one that is freezing out here today? But it's the way it goes. Well, hey, everybody. Looks like we got a whole bunch of people joining in with us. Again, sorry about missing last night. But hey, Brother Davis, Brother Hammond, Brother Staley, Brother Crystal, Fletcher, and my wife's on here. If anyone else is jumping on, be sure to drop us a note. So it's hard to see everyone besides a number that's on here live, but if you drop a note in the comment section, we can see and we'll chat back to you. So let us know how everything's going today.
I won't say who, but for the sake of interest, I will say that one of the brothers you just mentioned has been to a lodge in a country where it is illegal. And he's got some extraordinary photographs of this lodge that's hidden kind of in plain sight, and there's all kinds of really strict rules that all the brothers know that if they suddenly get raided by the totalitarian government that has outlawed masonry, the seats and the lodge furniture and everything collapses into the floors and walls so that it looks like it's just an empty room and they're just hanging out. I guess really an inspiring thing about it, as someone who comes from a part of the world where Freemasonry has been legal for a very long time, and I tend to take it for granted that it's not so in some places, that the guys at that lodge actually have memories of times when the lodge was raided and they happened to miss a meeting and they never saw the brothers who showed up again.
Oh, man.
It just permanently disappeared.
Wow.
And it had happened a couple of times, yet these guys still keep going to lodge, which there must be something special going on in a lodge like that if they're going to keep trying to do it.
Yep. So not quite that intense on my end, but I had the opportunity to visit a Grand Lodge here in the United States that has a secret lodge room for a Grand Lodge that exists in one of those areas to come and meet in. And, just like you said, people still go knowing that penalty is real. And I think so many of us today, we're so lucky to live where we do and how we do. And that most people around us, our big complaint is no one knows we exist or no one cares. Well, think about that for a second, that we're kind of lucky enough that no one cares. It's a double-edged sword, to say the least. Yeah. But because we want them to care, but there's parts of the world where they care so much that if they catch you, they will put you to death for this very thing that we take for granted here. So when you see that Tyler sword out there and it's dull and can't cut air here in most lodges in the States, still, don't forget how real that position is and that implement. because there's parts of the world today that truly is, it's usually replaced with something else now, but truly is protecting every brother in there to do what we do. So take that for what it's worth. All right. So you guys that have stuck with us since we started this, Historical Light likes to incorporate history. So these nightly chats we're coming on, we're doing a little bit of history, sharing an item, sharing a tale, and then we'll end it with our 9 p.m. toast. So what I have with me this evening is an apron. It's nothing fancy by many of your regards, but to me, it's a very, very important apron. It's actually the apron that I was installed as master of my lodge in. It was also my great-grandfather's white lambskin apron. I didn't know this existed until a couple years after I became a Mason. I knew that I had family history, didn't know a lot about them, didn't even have a picture of them until after I received this apron. But it was given to me on Christmas by my uncle. Received it, folded up in an envelope. It had been tucked away for many, many years. I don't know why it wasn't buried with them for one reason or another. But I did what I could to carefully iron it out with some protective layers. It's still got creases in it, but preserved it in a frame. And I've only taken it out of that frame one time, and that was for me to get installed as master. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Just one moment, bear with me before I actually pull up the apron in person. Right here, I want that one. And why am I not seeing that screen? So while I'm trying to get this pulled up here, I will just go ahead and share it because my image is not coming up, and I'll try to get that going. So I keep this in a frame. And like I was saying, I didn't even get a picture of my great-grandfather until after I received this, was able to hunt it down. But that is my great-grandfather, Mortimer Harwell. And you can kind of see it there. I kind of should have offsetted the background color. But that was his lambskin Master Mason apron. And, for a person I've never had the opportunity to meet in life, I think a lot of you out there can join with me in this thought process here that there's that automatic relationship that bond that you get with them just kind of out of thin air. Never got to meet him in person. Knew he was a Freemason, so immediately it's like, wow, yeah, we share some stuff. But then when you get a hold and wear his Master Mason apron, that emblem that meant so much to him on that night that we all know about, that was just a truly, truly special moment for me to be able to wear that when I was installed as master of my lodge, and then to, put that right back in its frame and protect it for years to come. So, Rob, are you able to see that?
It looked, yep, there it is.
There we go. So that's me on the evening that I was installed as master of Gardner Lodge. This is kind of a cool picture, right? I'll explain why. So there I am. That's, kind of the night of glory, getting installed as master. I'm holding the gavel that my wife had made for me. So that meant a lot. Wearing the original emblem from our lodge, the master's jewel. Those are actually the original jewels. Obviously, my father-in-law right next to me is also my Masonic mentor, my Masonic father. And then behind us there on the wall is William Mcclintock, who's a very powerful figure in my research and admiration, huge figure in Gardner Lodge's history. So to me, that's just a really powerful picture for kind of my Masonic experience all in one.
Very cool.
That's my share for this evening, man. That's that apron means a whole lot to me, and it hangs on the wall right here in the Historical Light studio down here, the archive. So yeah, I will cherish that for years to come, and hopefully after I'm gone, it'll get passed on down through the family.
From generation to generation.
That's right. That's the whole hopes, right? So let's see where we're at here on time. We got some more brothers hopping in. We've got, of course, Brother Scott Mead, Randy Davis. Hey, most worshipful Bob Talbot. Thank you so much for joining us, brother. Brother Maddix, back again. Good to see you. All right, we should be coming up. We've got about 20 seconds here. So tonight, while we're toasting, what are you toasting with, by the way, brother?
I have a different bourbon from the Red Eagle distillery in Ohio.
Nice.
This is distilled in a 100-year-old barn that used to be used to make moonshine during the Prohibition era. And they've since gone legal. And now they make delicious bourbon.
Very cool. Well, I meant to be toasting with another wine this evening, but I was on a COA call for Grand Lodge right before this, ran a little bit late. So we've got some really tasty, you make fun of me. It's strawberry Moscato, but damn, it's tasty. And I just, nothing Masonic, but I love these little glasses. I got a whole set of these, and they're the Anatomy of Skulls, and they're all dressed
nice.
up in top hats and everything else. So neat
Cool.
little glasses. But in spirit of tonight's share, in addition to toasting to all our family and friends that we can't be with, to all our brothers dispersed wheresoever, also going to toast to that memory within Freemasonry, to all the brothers before us. We are their brother's keeper, and we're carrying them on. We're carrying that mission on to keep this thing that was so special for so many generations before us. We're going to keep it going so it's remained special for so many generations after us. To all of our brethren, cheers.
Cheers.
Right on. Well, with that, thank you guys so much for joining us again. For those that may be tuning in for the first time, we're trying to keep this going as long as we possibly can throughout the time of this quarantine. So we'll be doing this every night, 8:45 to 9 p.m. Start off with a little bit of history. We've been kind of rotating back and forth. Robert will share one, I'll share one. But with that, we want to give the opportunity. We've had a couple on here. Had Brother Craddock come on to give a toast. Had Brother Right Worshipful Stoops to come on and give a toast. If you would like to join us one evening and give a special toast, let us know. If you're not comfortable with doing that live and you want to send us a video, that works too. Let us know. We'll see what we can't work out. But tune in every night, 8:45 Central Standard. We'll hope to see you there, and we'll keep these toasts going. Till then, everybody, stay safe. Keep saving history. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.